G'day guys and welcome to Raging Rhino. It is time for the Acolyte. Yes, the sizzle reel that we were never supposed to get, we were never supposed to see, is here. And we're going to watch the first episode of the Acolyte. Now, I'm not going to ramble on, I'm not going to talk about it, we're going to go straight into this. If you want to hear some of the things that I have to say, even just go back and watch the video that I released just before this one. With that being said, let's get straight into this episode. If you are new here, you get to see my reactions as I go through the episode, and then you get to hear my thoughts and my review at the very end. Let's get straight into this. Let's see just how gay the Acolyte is. 100 years before the rise of the Empire. Okay, so we're not necessarily going 100 years before A New Hope. We're going 100 years before the rise of the Empire. It is a time of peace. The Jedi and the Galactic Republic have prospered for centuries without war. So yes, 100 years before the rise of the Empire. I love the somber little music shit. But in the dark corners of the galaxy, a powerful few learn to use the Force in secret. Ooh. One of them, a lone assassin, risks discovery to seek revenge. Oh God, it's just pasted on the screen. That was horrible.
Where's your Jedi?
I just want to point out there, like, there's another character that can understand, like, alien languages. Now, the guy did point, so even if, let's say, she couldn't understand, you can see where he's pointing, so she would obviously head in that direction. But again, it's just one of those things where I do notice with Disney Star Wars a lot that there's no real point to have like a C-3PO. There's no real point to have a translator droid because just for the sake of convenience and making sure that the plot can be pushed forward, all they do is understand, you know, and that takes away from the entirety of world building, really.
Yes, my child.
We have unfinished business.
My child. Straight into the action. It was a little lame how we got there, but jammed. Got stuck in the ice. Oh, the slow-mo. Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. This is all stuff that we saw in the trailer and it's garbage anyway.
Who trained you?
Why does that matter who trained her? Oh my God, this is ridiculous. It's like the Matrix. Why aren't you pulling out your lightsaber then if it's an unidentified Force user? Oh God, the hand-to-hand combat pisses me off so much. Oh my God, that looks horrible. The choreography is actually really bad.
I'm here to kill you.
Cool. So Carrie-Anne Moss is going to be the first Jedi to die, and that's the Jedi that they're killing. Lightsabers out. Oh, why the music like that?
A Jedi doesn't pull her weapon unless prepared to kill.
What? Where's that rule? Where's that rule? Why is that a rule that a Jedi doesn't pull out their weapon unless they're prepared to kill? Don't they use their weapon defensively? I'm sure I've seen Jedi pull out a weapon just for defensive purposes only and then put it away. Where is that rule? A Jedi doesn't pull their weapon unless they're prepared to kill. Already we're starting to twist shit up. Yeah, she's dead. She lasted all of 5 minutes. Alright. Cool. That's the Jedi that died. And all we got to see was a bit of kung fu. Oh, I was once that child. I couldn't kill a father like that. Heavy breathing. So yeah, there's two of them. They're twins. Wouldn't this be a job for a droid? Why don't droids do this work? Oh, we getting flashback time? What was
She's a
that noise?
mechanic. Freelance out of ship repair. She bunks by the name of Osha Anaseya.
This is a cargo
Do you guys hear
ship.
that?
We have no passengers.
We are looking for a former Jedi by the name of Osha Anaseya.
This is a cargo ship.
What was that noise?
No
Was that the noise that his
She's a
Padawan
mechanic.
made?
Freelance out of ship repair. She bunks.
It may perform outer ship repair.
Sublevel, bunk 23.
These are supposed to be Jedi. What was he going to do? I'm sorry. This is starting to get really out of hand. What was he going to do? He's a Jedi. He really shouldn't be using a mind trick like that. If that's what he was doing. Or if he was going to start like torturing him in some way. And that's why the other chick freaked out and told him the information he wanted to know. What was he going to do? Certainly wasn't Jedi-like.
Now that you've been identified,
So what, the Jedi are like the
transport
Galaxy
takes back to
Police?
Portland.
Well, that makes sense, really. Like, the Jedi would go and investigate the death of a Jedi Master. So, it makes sense, obviously. But we knew all of this was going to happen. Stale Coruscant, look at it. Oh, you see a couple of ships down here, down the bottom. It's just the trailer that we're
You
seeing.
must not trust them.
In proper order. Oh, she looks
Silence.
pissed
Good.
and really serious.
Life.
See no reason.
Oh man, I actually thought it was a flashback. It's not a
Evidence against her
flashback.
is by your feelings for this girl.
An example made. These aren't words of the Jedi.
Through your brain.
So what? These are things the Jedi are using. Oh look, the droid pilots turn into chairs. So the Jedi are like the Galaxy Police. Oh, that's lucky. A little droid friend is there. He's gonna leave without her. Man, is she really gonna survive this? Of course she is. Oh, peaceful traffic again. I find it funny that she woke up on the ground here. So that means that the seat didn't really strap her in and brace her in really well. And she ended up going flying around the cockpit somewhere. And she's like completely fine. Not a scratch. Not a scratch. Not a drop of blood. Nothing. Broken bone. Anything could have happened. She's thrown from that chair. Wakes up on the floor or just over there. Kind of convenient. Karlak. It's like Sarlacc, but not.
Yod, put your clothes on.
What? Why is that even a scene? Well, now we get the flashback. We get the history of the character. She's having a tripped out vision.
I give you.
She woke up on the floor still. It was all a dream to begin with, but she still woke up on the floor and still thrown around. Not a scratch on her. Oh, man. Man, they got there really quick. Hyperspace teleportation again. Depends on what Osha's done. Yeah, look, she's literally woken up, got up, and she's now packing some supplies, and they're already there. All the way from Coruscant to wherever this place is, in the click of your fingers.
Stop! In the name of the Republic and the Jedi Order!
Why would you yell that? You know who she is.
I didn't do it.
It's like the fugitive. Is she gonna jump like the fugitive? Or she's gonna slip like the fugitive.
Steel or laser are no threat to them.
What?
An acolyte kills the dream.
What? What is that piece of dialogue at the end there? I'm sorry, I need to go through that again.
The Jedi live in a dream.
The Jedi live in a
A
dream.
dream they believe
Dream they believe.
everyone shares.
Everyone shares.
If you attack a Jedi with a weapon, you will fail.
If you attack a Jedi with a weapon, you will fail.
Steel or laser
Steel or
are
laser
no threat to them.
are no threat to them. So again, Qui-Gon's just a bitch.
But an acolyte.
But an acolyte.
An acolyte kills without a weapon.
An acolyte kills
An
him.
acolyte kills the dream.
They think it's so poetic because they were talking about the Jedi being a dream or something, or that everybody believes in the same dream as the Jedi. But an acolyte, you attack or kill without a weapon, and you kill the dream. Oh, they think it's so poetic. Okay, this episode was boring as hell. It really, really, really was boring. So all we really know is that Osha and May were twins. Everybody, it was May that started the fire that killed her family, and apparently she died. Sol, Osha's old master, saw her die. So Osha was a part of the Jedi Order. May was killed apparently, but then after the crash, we do get like that little bit of a flashback where May and Osha are talking to each other, and that's really it. I do find in this episode that the Jedi are saying a lot of things and doing a lot of things that aren't really Jedi-y, if that's the right way of saying it, or Jedi-like. They don't act like Jedi. They're not talking like Jedi. You know, for example, when that Jedi Knight guy, you know, the dude with the hair, when he was going to do something, when he wanted the information so that he could go and get Osha off the deck of the ship or whatever, I did like how he referenced that, you know, this is a droid's job. And it's really funny because it would be a lot cheaper to, let's say, employ a droid than, again, it would be to employ a sentient being to do that job. You don't have to pay credits to a droid. You just program the droid, and the droid does what you program it to do. And it's kind of like the stupidity of the jail in Andor. You know, why they're not using droids that they can just program. Nothing could leak out from a droid or anything like that. Instead, they use sentient beings and have the expense of sentient beings having to be there, and sewage and all of that sort of thing. Sewage, whatever you want to call it. So this episode was pretty boring. There's nothing majorly, I guess, wrong with it in the sense that this is Disney canon and it's bullshit. This is the other thing too, is that May seems to be the acolyte or the apprentice to this Sith thing. The thing that basically we saw in the trailer, that's what he would be. If this is 100 years before the rise of the Empire, so this is 100 years before Revenge of the Sith, basically, that would mean that this is what, roughly 90 years, 80, 90 years before the Phantom Menace. This is the exact time that you would see Darth Tenebris and probably the early stages of Darth Plagueis, if not some of Plagueis. So again, we're now changing canon, we're changing continuity. This series to me is going to make Palpatine's speech with Anakin at the opera about Darth Plagueis the Wise make no sense. That's what I foresee happening. And they might try and twist it or do something to maybe make it seem like it does make sense still. But if Plagueis isn't around now, with how long Munes live for, and Tenebris as well, to be honest with you. But anyway, this was a really boring episode. It's obviously just setting up the characters, but there was a lot of stupidity in there. This scene too. You know, he's standing there, they walk in there and he's ironing his stuff. and it's just a pointless scene. And this is the gay.
Am I gay? Yes.
This is the gay that they were talking about. This is the gayness that they were talking about that's in there, because this scene is completely irrelevant and unnecessary. So, and look, let me point out too that if this was a chick, let's say standing there in her bra and ironing her robes, and it would still be a pointless scene. It would be. But if anybody was to, you know, even just comment, like, look at her, like people, like maybe some of the weirdo chicks out there will say about him, or even the gay people would say about him, seeing him standing there without his top on or anything like that, we would be called misogynistic pigs, and they're called, yeah, you go get yours, queen. Anyway, that's episode 1, and that's the gayness we get.
Am I gay? Yes.
Let me know your thoughts of episode 1 so far in the comments below. Lost and Found was the name of the episode. Ridiculous name, so childish. Anyway, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you in the very next video for episode 2. And of course, we'll be doing these breakdowns on Casual Rage each week as well. So follow me on Twitter, but also please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you in the next one. Later, guys.